My name is Henry Burke. I'm the program director here at the Seacoast Science Center. And I went to the University of Vermont and I studied ecology. And so by studying that major, I was able to choose a lot of different types of sciences and weave them together, one of which was botany. So I've learned a lot about plants over the years. You might take a quick look at this plant and think maybe that's a little tomato. But if you look a little bit closer, you'll notice that it has thorns all over it. This is what's called a rose hip. It's the fruit of the rose. If you look, you can see there's thorns on this plant. They're kind of on the smaller side for a rose. And the rose hip, the flower is over here. Some of the last remaining roses before they turn into the rose hip. And these are actually edible. But you don't want to bite into the whole thing because there's lots of seeds in there. And you can also make a jam with these. But what I like to do is just gnaw on the skin, the outside. It's very sweet and it's very high in vitamin C. And so the beech rose, as the name implies, can handle a lot of the salt from the ocean. It's also known as salt spray rose. But the scientific name is Rosa rugosa. And rugosa means wrinkled. And if you look at the leaves, you can see that the leaves are wrinkled. This pretty little yellow plant growing along the coastline is in the pea family. You can see it has pea-shaped flowers. And its common name is bird's foot trefoil. And the reason they call it trefoil, if you can see, it has 3 little leaflets. Each leaf is composed of 3 leaflets. It's a very pretty plant, but it's not a plant that you'd want to eat, even though it's in the pea family, because it does contain toxins. So this is Staghorn sumac, not to be confused with poison sumac. And it's very prolific here in the state park. And you can see why they might call it Staghorn. It makes these pointy fruit clusters. And these were actually used by the Native Americans. They're still used today to make a beverage. People generally wait till after the first frost and it makes them a little sweeter. And you can add sugar and make a refreshing drink with the Staghorn sumac. So if you're looking to become a naturalist, the first thing you want to do is to get a good field guide. So I do a lot of botany, so I tend to use this Newcomb's Wildflower Guide. And not only does it have good illustrations, but it also separates the flowers and plants into grouping of things that have the same characteristic. And then you can start to narrow down what you might be looking at. So it takes patience, it takes a good field guide, but it's really amazing the diversity of life out there.